weight loss, increased metabolism, detoxification, anti-aging, improved sleep, stress management, relaxation, reduce inflammation, and the list goes on. Can a sauna really do that? It seems like everyone is into the sauna lately, and I, for one, have never tried any sort of sauna before. There's saunas in gyms, saunas you can install in your homes, there's portable saunas, sauna blankets, but let's not confuse it with a steam room. A sauna uses dry heat produced from a stove or hot rocks or something of that sort to escalate the room's temperature up to nearly 200 degrees Fahrenheit with very low humidity, whereas a steam room involves moist heat. They operate at lower temperatures, typically around 100 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and 100% relative humidity. Now, living in an apartment, the most kind of appropriate way to test this out would be a sauna blanket. It's essentially like this big sleeping bag that you just zip yourself into, you turn it on, and it heats up and makes you sweat. I browsed Amazon, I found a really good option with pretty good reviews, not crazy expensive, but at the same time, you get what you pay for. Wasn't super cheap, and I did get it on sale because it seems like it goes on sale a lot, which is amazing. And for the next 30 days, I am testing this out. I'm gonna use the sauna blanket every day for a month for a minimum of half an hour, 30 minutes, and see how I feel after I've given it a good go.
You might be wondering the difference between a regular sauna and a sauna blanket. Basically, the sauna blanket uses infrared rays to heat the body directly, and a regular sauna heats the air which surrounds your body. Both are effective at making you sweat, but the sauna blanket is more apartment friendly, it's portable, and cheaper. On this blanket, you can set the timer from 30 to 60 minutes, and it does auto shut off when the time is up, and you can set the temperature ranging from 113 to 176 degrees Fahrenheit. And I do think it's nice that your head sticks out so your head doesn't get really hot.
Just like a little sleeping bag.
Only your body gets really hot.
Okay, we're starting at the lowest temperature is 113. The lowest time is 30 minutes. This is so weird. I feel like I'm like in an oven. I think it's heating up already though. This is hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the podcast.
And I even found on Medical News Today a claim that says infrared sauna blankets are more effective due to the direct contact. However, further research about the effects of sauna blankets is limited, so take that with a grain of salt.
I think I can turn it up the temperature. I'm gonna try zipping my arms in. The zippers face the inside, so it's an easy zip, which is nice. Maybe they just have that in case you wanna do stuff, like how I'm starting and stopping my podcast. I'm gonna stay like this for now. Encapsulate all the heat.
Whoa. Why do I have lines? The lines on my stomach were from the wires in the blanket that heat the blanket up. It didn't hurt at all. I was honestly surprised to see them. I mostly get them on my back because I am laying on my back, and they only last about an hour and then they go away. I don't worry about them at all. There's no scarring, there's no lasting effect. It's just simply heat and whatever. There's nothing on the inside, but when you like press down, I think that's probably like the heat, you know, like a heated blanket, how it has wires. It's not painful. Also, I just unzipped this and it's already cooled down like basically all the way. I do feel sweaty, obviously, and amazing. I let the sauna blanket fully cool while it's unzipped, and then I will go ahead and fold it up and just store it under my bed, which is super easy and convenient. This thing works.
And I always have a pillow, a little throw pillow here, but I put a sweat towel over it because like I sweat, you know, you're supposed to sweat in here, and I'm not trying to get this all gross, obviously. So I'll put the sweat towel right over top.
The term infrared, when used around a sauna, is just kind of referring to the fact that the sauna uses light to make heat. Infrared is defined as having a wavelength just greater than that of the red end of the visible light spectrum, but less than that of microwaves. So it is a bit technical, but it's referring to light.
I kind of feel like it makes me have to pee. Like every time I'd get out of the sauna, I would pee right away before I would do anything else. I'm putting something under my legs, like where my knees are, under my knees, because I think it would be more comfortable to lay with this little bend, you know? So I just stuck my foam roller because the heat from the sauna blanket doesn't like touch this. So it's not like it's gonna do anything to the foam roller, but I think that just might be a little more comfortable. Technically, you can take this and lay like on the couch or something, but I kind of just like keeping it on the floor because like I sweat through my head, so that's why I have this sweat towel here. So I just don't want it to be messy. And I really don't mind laying on the floor, to be honest.
I feel like the camera truly doesn't show how much sweat is in this thing. Like that is pure wet right there. Like that is sweat. I've also had a big realization. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong way to use this thing, but I've gone in just my sports bra and underwear. I've also gone in my sports bra and leggings, and I find that I sweat way more when I'm not wearing my leggings. Like it feels like the compression of my leggings almost takes away from it, like makes me sweat less. but I just really prefer just my sports bra underwear. I feel like I get more out of it. Like I enjoy it more. I sweat more. Like it just feels better. Not only are saunas like really hyped, but just reading about all the insane potential benefits got me so intrigued. Just seems like it can change your life. Adding a sauna into my routine just seems like that next level thing that can really take me far. It gets hot pretty quick, but I feel like I don't start sweating till like at least 10 minutes, but after that I'm like dripping.
The longest I stayed in it is about 45 minutes. I just get antsy and like I just like can't handle it too much more after that. If I turn the temperature down a little bit, I probably could stay in it longer, but that has been my max. The sauna blanket came with 2 of these disposable sauna wraps. It says perfect to use with sauna blanket, keeps your sauna blanket clean, reflects body heat for enhanced sweating. I haven't tried it yet. You take it out, it's just this plastic thing like folded up. In one of my recent videos, someone commented saying that they have a blanket insert. So your body goes in the insert and then goes in your sauna blanket so that it keeps the blanket itself clean, and then you can just machine wash the insert. That might be a really nice thing because yes, you can wipe this down, but I would feel better and I think it would just be easier if you could throw it in the washing machine and then know you're getting it really clean. But we're gonna try this out. I've done the blanket enough where I know how it normally feels, but I haven't done this yet, so we'll compare it. I'm confused. I thought this was gonna be like something you like slide into, but it's only one-sided. So maybe you just like wrap yourself like that. I don't know. I guess this is what we're gonna do. It fits pretty much around my body. It just would be easier if I could just slip into it instead of having to try to like wrap. Because it's not gonna cover me completely. I'm gonna wiggle around in the blanket a little bit, you know? So I don't know, this thing doesn't really seem worth it to purchase or anything. I don't think it made me sweat more than normal, and I didn't like it, and if anything, I thought it was annoying, so would not recommend. I chose not to purchase that sauna blanket insert that I mentioned, simply because it was like 60 bucks online, and I was like, I'm not paying 150 for this sauna blanket, plus like another 60 for this insert. Yes, it would be more convenient, but when I can just wipe it down really good with water, then with a cleaner, whatever, I'm not gonna purchase an extra blanket. If it was cheaper, I would definitely consider it, but it just didn't seem financially worth it to me. To clean it, I would wipe it with a wet washcloth every day after use, after it cooled down, of course. But then every few days I would follow that with just a very like generic spray cleaner that's like safe for anything to really clean it. 30 days later, my personal experience, thoughts, and findings. So the actual act, the actual time of being in the sauna, I truly enjoyed it. I sweat so much. Like during it, I could feel myself literally dripping, like sweat rolling down my stomach, down to my back, sweat coming off my neck. Like I sweat. Most of the time I would do the second hottest setting, sometimes the hottest setting, and typically I used it for 35 to 40 minutes, but I would change it depending how I feel. I thought it was really easy, really convenient, and there were times where I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't do this any longer, like I'm too hot, like I need to get out, right? Because when you are really warm, it's uncomfortable. You want to make it cooler to get that comfort, right? So there were times that I would try to push myself until the timer went off, but most of the time I could handle it. Like being in there was okay. I like to throw on a podcast, or sometimes I would even prop my head up and like watch something, and I personally feel like it was really nice to have that foam roller kind of under my knees. If you ever get a facial done, they usually put like a little pillow under there or something just because it's more comfortable to lay when you are really flat like that, so I do think that made it better. Head being free made it better, but the time inside was nice. Like I did enjoy it and got so sweaty, and it's a very accomplishing feeling even though you're literally just laying there. The first time I went in though, I felt very weird, like I was being baked or something, but you get used to it for sure. The more time in there, the more you kind of realize your temperature and the time you like, things like that, your little routine to go into it. After 30 days, well, what do I think it did for me, right? Like what were the actual benefits I experienced? So the list of potential benefits is huge, and they really do sound so incredible, like life-changing. They all sound so great, and we will get more into the potential benefits later on in the video. But what I really resonated with my personal experience, first, the relaxation. It relaxed me so much. I like to be warm.
and you're literally zipped away in this little sleeping bag. You can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. You can't even waste time scrolling on your phone because in order to maximize the heat, it is best to zip your arms in the whole time, but that's a very positive thing. Your mind may be in a million places, but I feel like it kind of forced me to just like lay and chill. There was a timer, so you know, when my time was up, it would let me know. Like it did really relax me both mentally and physically, which I really liked. It was especially relaxing and satisfying to do post-lift. It just felt like I was getting a head start on recovery, and the combination of working out really hard and then going and sweating it out and just relaxing was such a positive feeling, and something I will continue to use the sauna blanket for. Pain relief. So I went in here and used this during my period to see if it would do anything, and I feel like it did aid in a little bit of pain relief in terms of cramps and stuff like that, which I do normally get when I'm on my period. Weight loss. No, I didn't lose weight, right? But I didn't use this to lose weight. I currently live what I think personally is a decently healthy lifestyle, and yes, I am trying to build more muscle, lean out a bit, whatever, but I'm not focused on weight loss, and you know, I don't think this thing just took pounds off me. That does seem to be a little too good to be true. So that is something I do not resonate with, but I did want to bring it up because I feel like it's a popular question, a popular topic. You know, it's like, oh, can a sauna make you lose weight? I don't think the sauna alone can make you lose weight, nor did it do that for me. Relieving stress. I like to think that the fact that this was a very relaxing thing for me, it did aid in stress. Just forces me to like chill out and be like, Morgan, okay, take a step back. In the grand scheme of things, like, you're fine. Reducing inflammation is honestly something that I think I noticed right away. The first few times I got out of the sauna, I just like felt very light and I didn't feel so bloated. Like, I do really think it helped with the whole inflammation just throughout my body. Also, improving metabolism is a benefit, and I feel like I've been burning through food and stuff like that fairly often, but I have been really good about sticking to my weightlifting program, so I don't want to credit that to the sauna. It may be partially due to the sauna, but I think that could really come from other factors in my life, more so than the sauna. And lifting your mood is a benefit. I would say that's pretty true for me. Just because it forces me to relax and take a step back, like I was saying, I feel like when I'm doing stuff that does make me feel good, in general, it just improves my mood. And a lot of these things, I do think other factors in my life play onto these as well, which is why I think that sauna is a great tool in addition to your habits. That is my personal experience during the time in the sauna, how I felt about the act itself. But into the overall pros and cons of a sauna blanket specifically. The pros. My head was not in the heat like I previously mentioned, and then I would have the fan on in my room so my body would get really hot, but then the fan blowing air to my head and my face really helped, and I think it made the overall experience much better. It definitely gets hot enough, but not too hot where I felt like I was being burnt. You know, like it wasn't like hot to the touch where I'm like, oh, like I like, it's like hot potato, like I don't want to like bounce off of it, but it got hot enough where like I was really sweating, and at the hottest setting I'm like, okay, I would not want it hotter than this. The put away and storage, super easy, super convenient. You can just fold it up, slide it wherever. And for the cons, it was difficult to kind of find what product to clean it best with. Some people on the Amazon reviews said use some sort of like rubbing alcohol, which I didn't have in my house, so the first few times I wanted to clean it, I'm like, I don't really know. I just used like some sort of spray that I had. It could have been worse for sure, but just like finding a good product to clean with, I was a little confused about. I saw some people take it and lay like on the couch, on their bed, whatever, because the blanket is really insulating. It doesn't make your outside surfaces hot and you don't sweat through the blanket or anything. However, I always preferred to lay on the ground because I sweat so much through my head and my neck that if I were to go like lay in my bed or on the couch, like I would definitely get it messy. So I guess that's kind of a con. I just preferred to lay on the floor, but honestly, I didn't really mind it. And sometimes I did feel like it was a little time consuming. You know, if I would work out in the morning on a weekday, get back, like I didn't want to do the whole like sauna thing. Like, although it's supposed to be relaxing and I really do enjoy my time, sometimes I'm like, okay, I just want to shower and get to work, you know? So I do think that being a con, I wouldn't use this every single day moving forward. I would probably do it about half the week, but it can kind of feel time consuming. And I think in a regular sauna, when you think of a traditional sauna, I think people typically can kind of get away with spending less time in there. Again, I'm not certain because I haven't really been in one, but this does take a few minutes to warm up, and I probably start sweating around the 10 minutes in mark through to the end.
So a con for me was that sometimes it did feel time consuming. However, for this little experiment, I did it every single day, whereas moving forward, I'm not gonna do it every single day. The biggest con overall is definitely that benefits of sauna blankets, but also regular saunas, are just not necessarily proven. There's little evidence, there is research, and there's a lot of potential benefits, which is great, but you can't really like claim that a sauna makes you lose weight, for example. It doesn't automatically make you less sore the next day. You know, like there are potential benefits, but a lot of them are kind of fuzzy and foggy, and it may depend on you on an individual basis. So definitely keep that in mind. And there are risks that come with saunas too. For example, I'm pretty sure if you're pregnant or at a certain part in your pregnancy, you're not supposed to use saunas. You know, they are definitely not for everyone, but some other risks can be dehydration, which just makes sense, right? You're sweating, you're really hot. If you don't replenish your body, you might get dehydrated. There's also questions around fertility and regular sauna usage, and I'm sure there are plenty more potential risks than that. However, all of the potential benefits I can find across verified sources online include relaxation, pain relief, weight loss, improving your circulation, lowering your blood pressure, helps relieve stress, may help you breathe easier, can make your skin glow, reduce joint and muscle stiffness, may boost your immune system, can lift your mood, help your recovery time, help you get better sleep, may improve cardiovascular health, help release toxins from the body, help burn fat, improve your metabolism. Again, these are all potential and may vary person to person. I definitely resonated with a lot of them. There's a lot of things that like, is it due to the sauna blanket? Is it due to other things, right? And you have to be thinking about those because I don't want to accredit like, oh, I felt very relaxed this month only to the sauna blanket, right? Because there's other variables in my life that could contribute to that. Maybe my stress was lower, for example, things like that. But also, did I feel relaxed? Yes, I do think it is a very relaxing tool, and it just feels so nice to get in a good sweat. Sometimes I sweat a lot when I lift. Sometimes I don't sweat a ton when I lift. So it feels good to work out my muscles and then come here and just feel like I'm sweating it out. Some podcasts I love to listen to, Mind Pump, Pursuit of Wellness, things like that, talk about how saunas and sweating does help detox you from heavy metals and stuff that may or may not be in your system. Again, is that a guaranteed thing? I don't know. Overall, was this worth the $150-ish I paid for it? Honestly, I would say yes. I will continue to use this several times a week as kind of part of my little wellness routine. However, moving forward, it's too much to do every single day. And I do think that, you know, maybe it may enhance some of the other areas of your life, of your, you know, health and wellness practices that you do. But is it the one thing that like solves all of these issues? Probably not. Overall, I would recommend it, especially if you're someone maybe living in an apartment or something like that and just doesn't have access to a sauna of another sort. I would try it out. I do want to try a regular sauna sometimes so I can compare how they feel against each other, the blanket versus a regular one, and maybe someday I'll get one of those portable ones when I have more space. I do think that would be fun to try. I will link this one, of course, if you are curious, but I'm happy I tried it. I would love to answer any questions about it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you use a sauna? Do you think you resonate with the potential benefits that saunas may provide? Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you in my next one.